Hello and welcome to Thought for the Day from St Peter's, Bexhill. And Happy New Year. New Year is traditionally a time for parties, of course, and it's a time to plan ahead. This year is very different. Parties are largely curtailed and planning is something we know doesn't work. But God's plan is still there, even if we can't quite see the details from where we are. And we know that Jesus liked a good party. In John's Gospel, chapter 2, on the third day, a wedding took place at Cana in Galilee. Jesus' mother was there, and Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. When the wine was gone, Jesus' mother said to him, "They have no more wine." "Woman, why do you involve me?" Jesus replied. "My hour has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Nearby stood 6 stone water jars, the kind used by the Jews for ceremonial washing, each holding from 80 to 120 litres. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." So they filled them to the brim. Then he told them, "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet." They did so, and the master of the banquet tasted the water that had been turned into wine. He did not realize where it had come from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew. Then he called the bridegroom aside and said, "Everyone brings out the choice wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you have saved the best till now." What Jesus did here in Cana of Galilee was the first of the signs through which he revealed his glory, and his disciples believed him. This is one of the first times we see the adult Jesus, and he is at a happy wedding party, and the party is full swing. Jewish weddings are always big affairs, and Jesus and his friends are already forming a recognizable group of a leader and his followers. And then they run out of wine. This is not just a party malfunction, it is a huge social disgrace. The host's family's honour is at stake. And Mary, who is there with her son, sees this running out of the wine as the acute social embarrassment that it is. And it seems that Mary, quite naturally, expects that her son will be able to do something about the empty wine jars. And the affectionate, bossy Jewish mother takes no notice at all of Jesus' attempts to avoid helping out. "Woman, why do you involve me?" Jesus says. "My hour has not yet come." It's worth noting that Jesus saying woman like this, which sounds rather abrupt and rude in English, has no hint of insult in the original. But Mary clearly feels that it is her place to decide when his hour has come, and not his. Maybe Jesus is concentrating on his main mission, but she is aware of the situation right now that needs his help, and treats him, well, almost like a slightly sulky son, rather than a great spiritual leader, a boy who just needs humouring into performing. And perform he does. Wine is poured, and the party continues, and the host's social standing is preserved. Only Jesus, Mary, the servants and the disciples really know what is happening. I wonder if the disciples congratulate themselves on getting together with someone who is able to give them such a good time, who provides such good wine, some 100 gallons of it, in such an amazing way. But there is more. The stone jars containing this new wine were usually used for ritual cleansing in the temple. They were the jars holding water used to wash before worshipping God. And we begin to see that this story is about something more than just social standing or a good night out. There's actually something very deep going on as well, something new and renewing. The Bible calls this miracle a sign. Now a sign points to something else, and those in the know see the deeper meaning it's pointing to. The wine Jesus provides is the best. The best is saved till last. Water, the most basic human need, is now the very finest wine. There is an exuberant, creative power of God at work. It brings about simple human enjoyment and is a sign of something new and exciting, a miracle indeed, and a sign of the presence of God taken to a completely new level. Through the rest of their lives together, the disciples have to learn many more things about God, not all of them as easy to get hold of as this story today. And we can learn all our lives as well, easy and difficult things, now, today, and tomorrow, and forever, on earth as it is in heaven. Let's finish with a prayer from 1564. O Lord my God, rescue me from myself and give me to thee. Take away from me everything which draws me from thee. Give me all of those things which lead me to thee. For Jesus Christ's sake.